Perhaps the military response has called for this all-inclusive Niger Delta coastal state stakeholders meeting. The convener of the meeting and elder statesman, Chief Edwin Clark, says the meeting is necessary in order for all concerned to air their views on issues affecting the security of oil and gas facilities in the region.
There's tension in our area, tension everywhere, to the extent that people are moving from their homes. What happened between 2005 and 2009 should not be allowed to happen again. But in fact, I'm so tense somehow. When we had similar meetings about a week ago, I was misquoted somehow. But today, I felt it's a very serious meeting, and I should put my thoughts in writing. If at the age of going to 90, I cannot think anything about this world, I'm already a dead man.
After months of uncertainty, the Niger Delta Avengers resolved to constitute a contact and dialogue group with the federal government. The journey to finding a lasting solution to the crisis in the Niger Delta attracts the attention of the international community. Officials of the American Embassy, led by the Deputy Chief of Mission, Mr. David Young, says they are interested in an all-embracing dialogue involving all stakeholders. Mr. Young meets with the Delta State Governor Ifeanyi Okowa in Asaba, the state capital.
Yeah, I had a wonderful meeting with the governor. It was good to be able to understand more of the context of issues here in Delta State. The United States has a broad cooperation. Here in the Niger Delta, we work on a variety of programs, from education to health to agriculture, to focus on cooperation in maritime security and other means. So the United States is very committed to our engagement here. One of the things we feel is very important is the process of dialogue. So I am here to find out more about the different stakeholders and their perspectives on dialogue. It's very important, we believe, that process of dialogue goes forward and that it be an inclusive process. So that's one of the things, again, that I'm interested in finding out more about and finding ways to support in ways that we can.
The federal government says it has set up a committee to look into the dialogue with Niger Delta militants. The Minister of Niger Delta Affairs says the committee has been set up by the presidency to interface with the agitators to end militancy in the region. Mr. Uguru says efforts are top gear to mop up arms in the region again.
Various camps tend to have various representations. Nonetheless, we are not taking any one of them for granted. Government goes ahead to talk with whoever comes, and from the discerning impressions we build and background information and progressive discussions, every one of them has its own perspective, and the discussion is being led by such perspectives. However, I want you to understand that in whatever form it is coming, to ask who is leading the government team. Of course, you are aware that the federal government set up a presidential committee on this. There are other feeder interests discussing at levels that feed the presidential team. So at the time that the government decides on which front to actually see as the front that represents the militants, maybe you will know. Again, it's not for the government to decide, but it's for the people who are agitating, who are militating, to tell us they are unified in one front suggesting this group.
Meanwhile, The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Pt.2, says the militants in the Niger Delta need to speak with one voice if they expect to be taken seriously. The Army Chief says the proliferation of groups who claim to be Niger Delta militants does not come across as a genuine move for peace. According to the Army Chief, the Operation Crocodile Smile should not be mistaken for an invasion, but insists that the Army will not hesitate to clamp down on any action that threatens the peace of the nation.
There are several factions. There are several factions of these militants. So they need to unite and have a common front if at all they are serious. All right? And already there is an existing peace arrangement that is ongoing. That is the amnesty program. It has not been called off. It's still on. So which dialogue do they want again? Everybody is yearning for peace. So we are here to see how we can enhance that peace. It's an issue of concern to all Nigerians and the government of the Federation as well. We as the military, the army, we are performing our duties, and we must make sure that the threat to our national security is removed.
The Niger Delta Avengers I had a chat with Mr. Joseph Eva, a Niger Delta activist, who believes the clampdown on the region by security operative is not healthy for peace.
Now, if you count from the newspapers, we have over 500 ex-militant groups and all that. They are all created by people in government in order to use them to claim negotiators, dialogue men, this and that. We thank God Almighty that now Chief Ike Clark, Niger Delta leader, has now come up, gather all these genuine different grievances, and they are ready to send delegates to the government. Now the ball is in the court of the government. The ball is in government court. The government knows those people who are genuine, who are sincere. But the government, the same government people will be pretending. Sometimes, in order to use delay tactics, they will tell you that we don't even know who to discuss with, we don't know who to dialogue with. How can a government, even a government in the back of our house here, Togo, Benin Republic, government cannot tell us that they don't know which genuine people to discuss, even if at all there is problem. Gabon cannot tell its citizens that there is crisis here in Igbo land, there is crisis here in the Niger Delta. We don't know the genuine people. That shows that it is the same government people who create artificial negotiators, agitators, and from there decide to share money in the name of dialogue. If they are genuine, now they have seen the genuine leaders, they know what to do. They know those who are the custodians of morals and other things in the Niger Delta. Then we are hearing of the same, you are talking about dialogue, the avengers and those who have genuine matter in this case, they are talking about dialogue. And you are now still seeing in the media, government is sending troops, threatening, using armor tanks to parade the streets and telling the citizens we are going to acquire 400 jet fighters to deal with Niger Delta, this and that. You continue to wonder, what is all this? The whole thing is so childish. Because you cannot carry jet fighters in Niger Delta and say you are blowing, you are looking for people to attack. You are only attacking pipelines. People in Buhari government are cooking up fake security reports in order for them to embezzle money to say they are buying weapons to fight Niger Delta people in the creek. Niger Delta people are peaceful people. Chief Ike Clark and all other leaders have assembled and they are ready for the dialogue. Federal government is backsliding in this dialogue and at the same time using armor tanks to be parading. If we have all these armor tanks and Cameroon took over Bakassi from us, sometimes when I look at the newspaper and see the 700 jet fighters for fight Niger Delta, and Cameroon took our Bakassi and we could not even raise alarm with one bullet, fired bullet to threaten Cameroon. So we want reasonable dialogue that the Niger Delta people are ready to engage in.